It was a warm and bright afternoon at the grand court of Emperor Akbar, and the royal courtiers were gathered in the splendid hall, waiting for the emperor to arrive. Akbar, known for his love of challenges and puzzles, had called for a special meeting, and all the nobles, ministers, and scholars were eager to hear what was in store. As the emperor took his seat on the magnificent throne, his eyes swept over the assembly. He had always prided himself on his sharp intellect, but today he decided to pose a question that would test the wisdom of his entire court. Today, I seek an answer to a question that has been troubling me for some time, Akbar began, his voice resonating through the hall. Tell me, what is the most valuable thing in the world? The courtiers murmured among themselves, each one eager to answer. It was a question that seemed deceptively simple, yet its implications were profound. The emperor leaned forward, waiting for the courtiers to respond. The first to speak was the Grand Vizier, a man known for his deep knowledge of philosophy and politics. He was quick to present his answer, filled with the grandeur of his scholarly nature. Your Majesty, the most valuable thing in the world is knowledge, the Vizier proclaimed, adjusting his robe as he spoke. For without knowledge, we are lost. It is the source of power, influence, and success. With knowledge, a person can rule nations, cure illnesses, and solve the greatest of problems. Therefore, knowledge is the most precious thing on earth. Akbar nodded thoughtfully, but he was not entirely convinced. Knowledge is indeed important, he said. But are there not other things that may be equally, if not more, valuable? Next, a rich merchant stepped forward. His robes glittered with jewels, and he was known throughout the land for his immense wealth. With a confident smile, he offered his answer. Your Majesty, the merchant said, the most valuable thing in the world is wealth. With wealth, one can buy anything, a lavish palace, fine food, treasures from distant lands. The rich control the world, and the one who possesses wealth holds all the power. It is wealth that gives a person the ability to enjoy the pleasures of life. The courtiers nodded in agreement, and Akbar was silent for a moment. He had to admit the merchant's argument was persuasive, but the emperor was not swayed so easily. While wealth is undoubtedly important, Akbar said, it is not the only thing of value. There must be something more. A priest, well respected for his deep faith and spiritual insight, was next to speak. He stepped forward and addressed the emperor with great reverence. Your Majesty, the most valuable thing in the world is faith, the priest declared. With faith, one can overcome any obstacle. It is faith that gives us hope in the face of adversity, that brings peace to the soul, and that guides us toward righteousness. Faith in the divine is what truly sustains us in this world and the next. The courtiers murmured in agreement, but Akbar remained thoughtful. Faith was indeed important, but something still seemed missing from the answers. He wanted to hear more. He turned to his chief general, a man known for his bravery and tactical genius. Your Majesty, the most valuable thing is courage. the general said, standing tall and proud. Without courage, one cannot face the dangers of battle, protect the kingdom, or fight for justice. Courage is what allows us to achieve greatness and protect the things we love. It is the most valuable quality a person can possess. Akbar was intrigued. Courage, too, was a quality to be cherished. But once again, he felt there was something more to be discovered. He glanced around the room and then looked at his most trusted advisor, Birbal, who had been sitting quietly at the back of the court, listening to the answers carefully. Akbar knew that Birbal, with his quick wit and wisdom, always had a different perspective. He called out to him. Birbal, Akbar said with a smile, "You have heard the answers of all my courtiers. What do you think? What is the most valuable thing in the world?" The courtiers turned to Birbal, eagerly awaiting his response. Birbal, ever the calm and thoughtful observer, did not rush to answer. Instead, he smiled and replied, "Your Majesty, if I may, I would like to present my answer, but it requires a small demonstration." Akbar, intrigued, nodded. "Of course, Birbal. Please proceed." Birbal stood up and walked to the center of the hall. He gestured for the royal servants to bring forth a large ball, which they did without hesitation. The ball was filled with water, and Birbal gently placed a golden coin at the bottom of it. Then he addressed the courtiers. "I ask you all, how valuable is this coin?" Birbal asked, holding up the golden coin for all to see. "It is, without a doubt, made of precious metal. It is shiny, it is rare, and it can be exchanged for much wealth." The courtiers nodded in agreement, acknowledging the coin's value. "But now, let me ask you another question," Birbal continued. "What is more valuable, this coin or the water that fills this ball?" The courtiers were perplexed. "The coin, of course," the Grand Vizier replied, "for water is common, while the coin is made of gold." "Indeed," Birbal said with a smile, "but can you live without water?" The courtiers fell silent, each one contemplating the question. The merchant, whose wealth had been his focus, was the first to speak. "Water, of course, is essential to life," he said. "But it is still not as rare or valuable as gold." Akbar leaned forward, his curiosity piqued. "And what is your point, Birbal?" Birbal turned to the emperor and said, "Your Majesty, the most valuable thing in the world is not something we can touch, see, or possess in a material sense. The most valuable thing is time." There was a murmur of surprise among the courtiers. Time? The emperor had not expected such an answer. Birbal continued, "Time is the one thing that cannot be bought, borrowed, or returned. You can accumulate wealth, you can gain knowledge, and you can develop courage. But once time has passed, it is gone forever. The wealthiest man in the world cannot buy more time, and the wisest philosopher cannot invent a way to turn back the clock. Time is more precious than gold or silver, more valuable than all the treasures in the world." Akbar's eyes widened with realization. You are right, Birbal, he said, his voice filled with admiration. Time is the one thing we cannot control. It is the most valuable of all treasures. I see now that we should use our time wisely, for once it is gone, it is lost forever. The courtiers were struck by Birbal's insight. They had all been focused on tangible things, wealth, knowledge, faith, courage, believing them to be the most valuable. But Birbal had reminded them of the truth. Time is the greatest gift, and how we use it shapes our lives. Akbar smiled at Birbal and said, You have shown us that wisdom often comes not from the answers we expect, but from the simplest truths. I will remember this lesson. Birbal bowed humbly. Your Majesty, it is the simplest things in life that often hold the most profound wisdom. And so, the emperor learned the greatest lesson of all, that time, once spent, can never be regained. From that day on, Akbar ruled with greater awareness, using his time more wisely and encouraging those around him to do the same. The most valuable thing in the world is time. Once it's gone, it can never be regained. Use it wisely. If you enjoyed this story and found it interesting, please like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting stories. Your engagement helps us create more content that resonates with you and our community. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and never stop exploring.